Hey guys, and welcome back to Deku Tarot and to your weekly tarot and astrology for June 1st through the 7th of 2020. So, first week of June, here we are. We have some major events happening astrologically that we're going to go over real quick. We have on June 4th or 5th, depending on where you are, we have this lunar eclipse full moon in Sagittarius. And this is going to be very, very big, as most eclipses are. And we have 2 eclipses this month in June. Check out your monthlies for more information on that. But and again, I might be doing a longer video on this eclipse, or I might be probably doing a Instagram post, maybe both. So keep an eye on that. But I'm not going to go over it too much because it is really big. And as eclipses do, they bring about change over the next 6 months. They're very, very big. It's not, just a normal full moon, not just normal new moon. It is big, and it brings about a lot of huge changes and transformation. And because it's in Sagittarius, you can expect expansion and growth here over the next 6 months. Maybe even plans for travel, plans for expansion of knowledge, expansion of a business, whatever it might be. Again, look into the astrology a little bit more and keep an eye out for a video or a post on that from me. We also have the Rebirth of Venus this week. I believe, what day is it? I think it's the 2nd or 3rd, but it is when, we have a transition of Venus here from being a bright evening star into becoming a morning star. So this kind of brings up this rebirth of Venus, especially during a Venus retrograde when we are really focused on heart healing. This is going to be a really powerful week in terms of love and heart healing and how we express love and how we find, self-love within ourselves here. It really is going to signify a time here for us to be drawn inward, to clear through any barriers that have prevented us from loving ourselves and loving others, and accessing the love that we really are. So it's going to be really interesting in terms of, themes of, forgiveness in terms of love and self-acceptance and communication in these areas, and relationship issues that have been coming up, especially during the retrograde, might be coming to points of resolve and forgiveness and moving forward this week. So that's really all I want to go over astrologically. We do have the Mercury retrograde shadow beginning June 2nd. Yay, fun. So keep an eye on that. But let's get right into the readings, guys. Hey, Leos. Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising, Leo Venus. We are looking with the Tarot Muka here at your week ahead. Looking like everybody's very intense. Lots of major arcana. Actually, you have 4 major arcana and 2 tens, and that's it on this table right now. So we're going to pull one more. Wow. Why does that keep coming up in the advice position this week? The cards that are coming up in the advice position this week are just, I don't want to say nonsensical because they have sense to them and I get it, but thank you for making my job hard. All right, let's get into this here. Leos, I will say that this is so positive though. The Ace of... Actually, you have 2 cards that are cyclical here, and I can't wait to get to the next one. But you have I almost called this I don't know what I almost just called this, but this is the Wheel of Fortune. Let's call it, I think, the Wheel of Summer. Oh, I think I need a little more coffee. Let's see here. So the Wheel of Fortune shows up to signify divine timing, as you can see with that little, what are these things called? These sand timers? Put in the comments if you know what that is. I don't know what they're called right now. I don't know. But she has her sand timer. I don't know. There, and she's got her beautiful, she looks like the May Queen here, but she also has aspects of all seasons, as you can kind of see. She's got water, she's got earth, she's got fire, she's got, the sense of spring and change and, divine timing of growth, but it kind of almost feels like wintry in the background behind her head. And I don't know, it feels almost like fall with these kind of dying leaves right here. So that she brings up the sense of things are changing, things are shifting. We're in the midst of a positive shift of change here. We might not feel like we're on the best part of the wheel by the end of this week, throughout this week, but what is coming in, what is changing is bigger than you are right now. And like I've been saying to a lot of the signs this week, because there are just so many major energies and major arcanas and tough cards that are coming out, your spread here is are you guys kidding me? With so much powerful astrological influences and energy at play, we're kind of to a point along for the ride. So don't hold yourself to a certain degree of what you need to do and get done, and you know, I shouldn't be feeling this way, etc. There's a lot going on. It's not your fault. Okay, we're all just little humans amidst these energies, so just don't be too hard on yourself here. Because things are changing, and the wheel, especially when you get two cyclical cards like this here, and don't worry, I will get there, because the world does show up here. But how you're feeling this week is the devil. You could be feeling like you're very drawn in by toxic situations. You're feeling very stuck, like there's nothing I can do about a situation. There's especially because of all the global things going on. Leos, you guys are leaders. You want to change things. You're thinkers, you're doers. You want to go and lead these protests. You want to go and say, shout from the rooftops about what's going on and make some difference. And it could be feeling like you're very stuck and there's not much you can do, and gosh, the world is burning right now and everything is going wrong and people are dying and all this. I feel like you guys put a lot of this on yourselves, and you put a lot of other people's problems and situations on yourselves, and you need to look at your attachments to them emotionally and what energy you're putting in, because it might seem like, oh, I should be doing these things because I should be being a good person. But in reality, the more you beat yourself up over what you do not have control over, what you cannot do, and just living the life that you live, you can't be holding yourself to these insane standards and doing what needs to be done for everybody all the time. It's time to realize these toxic situations in your life, and you could be feeling very in a toxic place this week, and it's time to start really looking at that, recognizing what's going on. And with these cards as your advice, let's just get to your advice actually with this, because I feel like they have a lot to do with it. Seven of Swords, Ace of Wands. You're going to be looking at things in a way like, wow, I didn't realize all this kind of stuff stole my energy. It's time for me to take a new beginning here, moving forward. It's time for me to take my energy on a new path. It's time for me to communicate differently, to throw my energy into different things. What you're putting, you need to be really focused here on what you put in your energy into. If you want things to change and change positively, and you might be feeling again like you're on the bottom of the wheel, why are you putting so much energy into being there, into saying, I am useless, I can't do anything, I'm feeling out of control, I'm sad, I can't believe all this stuff is happening. You need to be able to take a step back from it, if possible, and do what's good for you, because you're going to be finding that it's draining a lot of your mentality and your ability to think critically and logically, as well as your emotions and your actual physical energy. So and again, you could be feeling really frustrated by this whole thing, but I think by taking a calmer approach, you might actually find a better way to go about this, to make the changes in the world, to say what you need to say, to get yourself to where you feel comfortable, to get to complete a certain goal in terms of making a difference, in terms of changing something, in terms of helping somebody. You can give a little, but you have to find a different way to go about this, and it needs to involve you taking a step back and doing what's good for you and your mentality, your energy, your body, okay, and mind. Again, the world does show up here in terms of career and finances. And again, I just feel like things are in flux here. You might be feeling the closing chapter of one aspect of your financial and career life, and you might be feeling kind of at a loss, like maybe I'm not good enough to go for this, maybe I want these things, but I don't know how to get there. And there's a lot of shadow aspects here, but there's also a sense of peace, knowing that things are changing for you in the positive, and you've got to trust that. Things are on the up and up. You are about to receive some rewards. A sense of completion is coming in. And again, the world, the wheel, all these major arcanas, it's not like this is going to happen like that. The beginnings are starting now here this week with this eclipse. So this is just the beginning. So put an end to these chapters of toxic energy, toxic friendships, relationships, and places that you put your energy and attention. Okay? And start focusing on, yes, we can recognize the shadow and we can see that, but and you will be seeing that this week. That's pretty obvious here, but it's good. Whether it feels bad this week or not, it is good. And in terms of love, 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands, you're putting in you're really looking at these areas of pain and heartbreak and betrayal, etc., that you might have experienced in terms of love. The burdens that you've carried, and maybe a lot of issues with self-acceptance and self-love here, hurting ourselves for some of you. You're going to need to move past that. You're going to be really feeling that this week, but it's time for you to let go and move forward. There are better ways of taking this energy. It can't always be the blame game. It can't always be blaming yourself and hurting yourself about these things and taking on, the faults of others and what they have done within a relationship. They are not the victim. They are not the only victim. Especially if you're feeling like, oh, I did these things and they didn't, and I should be mad at myself for this situation. You should let it go and move on is what you should do. Okay, there's a lot of emotional growth that you need to focus on, and I don't think we're gonna get any more cards about it because it's not happening, I guess. So let's pull a couple of cards here. Let's pull a romance angel. We get one. Leos in terms of love and relationships, love and romance this week, messages from the romance angels. Guys, really? Okay, religious factors. Your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. And when I get this, it just means to me, you know, maybe we've been going for people that are very different from us, or we will be going for somebody that's very different than what we have gone for. And we might be looking at, you know, our choices of relationship and people we've been interested in the past and are being like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Time for me to make a change. Why do I keep choosing people like this? That's nuts. Yeah, deception. I knew that we were going to get a harsh card because I was like, this is some harsh energy. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. And if you felt in the past you had to put on a false self mask, you had to be somebody else to be in a relationship, and you've had to do that again and again, it's time to really look at the people again you're inviting in. The people that just aren't for you, that you want to be for you, and just, it's not going to work that way. It's time to start going for people that you don't have to deceive into a relationship, that you don't have to change. You change yourself for, not change them, I mean. And again, it might also be that you've been deceived and you could have been really hurt and feel really burdened by the fact that you have been hurt in this way. So it's time to let these things go, okay? It's time to release, because we need to be more expansive for a better future, okay? All right, Leos, those are your messages this week. If you're interested in booking a private reading, guys, all of that information is in my description box below this video. I am still honoring the 20% off. This will probably be the last week that I do this, though. So take advantage of that while you can. Do be sure to go and follow me over on Instagram. I finally got back into that. I don't know what the heck happened there. I was being hacked. Crazy story. And if you guys are interested in getting an astrology chart analysis, compatibility analysis, numerology analysis, you can use my code Deku30 to get a big chunk of change off of it from Truly Divine. You can also use that code as many times as you want and send it to as many people as you want. So go ahead and check that out also in the description box, guys. I'm going to still try to do a video on a really amazing analysis that they did. It's just been so busy. So again, forgive me if I'm coming out slower with the monthlies. I'm working on it. I got a lot on my plate right now. And I do want to show you guys this really amazing gift that I got from a subscriber and a friend here from High Vibes, Cameron Bachoti. High Vibes. So I'm going to put that out there. Check them out on, what is it called? Etsy. He has amazing stuff. These organite, I mean, like, he makes them in such a way I've never seen people make this. And like, we sell these at the shop that I work at, and these people don't even remotely go through any of the trouble and have it look as professional as his do. And like, the energy is just, it's incredible. So please check these out. That's where I got this really amazing manifestation necklace too. It's absolutely gorgeous. Let's see if I can get a little closer. It's amazing. There's a Metatron in it. Check out this baby. I'm going to try to post some pictures of them over on my Instagram. But thank you again, Cameron, so much for these amazing gifts. I couldn't not do a shout out for you. Me and Will have just been... he is just flummoxed by these. He loves these maybe even more than I do. But these are just gorgeous. Their energy is amazing. I am absolutely floored with how beautiful these are, and I did not expect such an amazing gift. So I just wanted to do that little shout out again. Thank you, Cameron, and please, guys, go check out High Vibes. Check out his organite pieces. They are just, I've never seen anything like them. Like, they're amazing. So again, do make sure to subscribe, guys. Do make sure to share if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment. I love seeing them, and have a wonderful and blessed week. Namaste.